Your name is Buck, right? And you're here to Ah! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel where I talk about movies. Today I'm going to be talking about Kill Bill Volume 1. Where do I even begin with this review? I think I should start off by saying it's a Quentin Tarantino film. I think that's important to take into consideration because he has such a unique style of filmmaking, and if you don't like his style of filmmaking, you might not like this movie. Like, my dad's the type of guy that only likes realistic stuff. Like, he hates Marvel and the Avengers because he's like, that would never happen in real life. It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, right? But if you are that type of person that only likes realistic stuff, this movie's not for you. I mean, there's literally a scene where Uma Thurman slices up 40 dudes with a samurai sword. That's not realistic. It is far from realistic, okay? But if you can just set that shit aside and appreciate it for what it is, this is a fantastic film. Now, I can't give it the #1 spot because obviously that goes to Pulp Fiction. If you've seen my top 5 movies ever made, Pulp Fiction is in that list. So as much as I like Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction is #1, but I will say this, Kill Bill is a strong second, okay? I put Kill Bill over Django, Inglourious Basterds, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, I absolutely love this movie. To me, this is the perfect example of what a Quentin Tarantino film is. It's the epitome of his style of filmmaking. Like in the opening scene when Uma Thurman is fighting this black lady, I mean, this scene is so intense. They are fighting for their lives. And then out of nowhere, the black lady's daughter comes into the house and they're just like, oh, hey, sweetie, we're having a grown-up talk. Can you go upstairs, please? And then they sit down to have coffee and then she kills her and it's like, what the am I watching? I mean, if I was in that situation fighting someone and my daughter comes out, I'm like, get the hell out, run, call the cops. It's just stuff like that I absolutely love about Quentin Tarantino, because he just finds a way to balance on this fine line of like intense action and comedic relief. And he just finds a way to mix it perfectly. Another example of this would be when Uma Thurman is fighting everyone and then they cut off the lights and it's just a big blue background and you see their silhouettes with the swords. I mean, oh my god! Oh my god! Cinematic perfection. But back to what I was saying, she ends up with the dude who's scared shitless, and then instead of killing him, she just grabs her samurai sword and starts spanking him with her samurai sword like, go home to your mother! It's like, she just sliced up 39 dudes, and then she just spanked this guy. It's, need I say more? This is what makes Quentin Tarantino one of my favorite directors of all time, is that he doesn't go by the book. I know there's not like an actual book where it's like,
this is how to make movies, and if you don't follow these rules, we're going to incarcerate you.
Like, I understand that's not the case, but there is a general consensus of how to make a movie. I mean, there's a beginning, middle, end, character development, protagonist, antagonist. Like, there's a general consensus of how to do this. So that's what's awesome about Tarantino, because he doesn't go with the flow. He just does it his own way. Like this 5 to 10 minute sequence, which is in complete anime. And for you guys that don't know, I hate anime. I'm not a fan of anime. All my friends hate me because of that, because everyone watches Naruto or Dragon Ball Z or One Punch Man. I don't no, I'm not a fan of anime, okay? That's just the moral of the story. However, with that being said, there are 2 pieces of anime that I absolutely love. #1, Spirited Away. This is a fantastic movie. I love the story. And the second one is this 5 to 10 minute sequence in Kill Bill. I remember watching this the first time and it really impacted me, and partly maybe because I was 7 years old and I shouldn't have been watching Kill Bill. Maybe that explains the way I turned out. But anyways, back to this anime sequence. It is so gory and violent. I mean, you're literally just watching these people kill these girls' parents in a horrific way, and she's there experiencing the whole thing. I just remember being like, whoa. Because it's like a mini psychedelic trip. I mean, you're completely taken out of the movie for like 5 to 10 minutes and you're just entranced in this dark, horrific backstory of this woman. And then it just cuts back to Kill Bill and you're like, that was awesome. That, I mean, really added value to the movie in my opinion. I mean, I truly believe you couldn't have made it as dark and violent in the real life scenario as you could have with the anime. I really think that anime gives it that extra feel. And I just gotta point out this other scene. I'm sorry that I do this all the time. I know a lot of you guys want to see like a plot breakdown or analysis of a character. But dude, I love filmmaking, so when I see a great scene, I just have to point it out and break it down because I can't help it. But this scene where Uma Thurman gets the pussy wagon is amazing, and I'm gonna tell you why. The buildup is great because right off the bat you get a little bit of foreshadowing because you know it's this guy's car, and this guy's a total creep. So off the bat you're gonna get some kind of notion or idea in your head, and then it just cuts to her rolling down the parking lot in her wheelchair with some great music. And then she just stops abruptly and then looks over and she's like... That's almost like good suspense in a way. Just think about it. You don't see the pussy wagon just yet. You just see her facial expression and her being like, oh, what is this? I mean, that's what I got from that expression. And then it cuts to this camera angle and it's just this pussy wagon. And she grabs out the keys and it matches what it says on the keys. It's just shit like that that I love about Tarantino. I mean, I know a lot of people may think of that like as whatever. Like, I didn't think much of it. But for me, I love that scene. Like, that was such a great moment in the film. And then that scene leads to the anime sequence. And the transitions in this movie, man, are second to none. They're second to none, guys. I mean, she gets into the pussy wagon and she still can't move from the waist down. And she literally sits there talking to her big toe. Who comes up with these transitions? I mean, could you imagine being in Hollywood explaining this scene? Yeah, she's just gonna talk to her big toe and then we're gonna use that as a transition into a backstory. Here's $40 million to make the movie. Like, what the f***? If I were to ever tell my friends, yo, there's this movie you gotta watch, there's this part where she's like talking to the big toe. I'm not watching that. Dude, I didn't even finish what I was saying. Yeah, but you just said she talks to her big toe. Why would I want to watch that? But if anyone can pull off a scene where you talk to your big toe and make it entertaining, it's Quentin Tarantino, for sakes. I mean, if you don't love shit like that, this movie's not for you because those are the type of things that make this movie phenomenal. Little things like that where you would never expect to have value in a movie and you're like, God damn it, that was genius, man. I love the scene where Uma Thurman is just talking to her big toe and then it goes to one of the most violent, grotesque backstory scenes I've ever seen ever, and then it just cuts back to her and she wiggles her toe. Phenomenal, guys. That's amazing. And just when you think it couldn't get better, it gets better. Because the whole movie, to me, I am just entertained. I will not blink in this movie. I mean, I'm like, this from start to finish, entertaining. I'm like, it can't get any better than this. And then the final scene is she aware that her daughter's still alive?
Is she aware her daughter is still alive?
What? Did you see that? Oh! But yeah, all in all, I'm gonna give Kill Bill an A+. I absolutely love this film. I highly recommend it if you're a Quentin Tarantino fan. It is one of his best movies ever made. And you have to understand, guys, when I give these films a letter grade, it doesn't mean that, like, if I give, for example, a horror movie an A+, that doesn't mean I think it's an Oscar-winning movie. I'm just saying, for that genre, for that specific type of movie, it was an A+ movie for that genre. I'm not saying it's Forrest Gump, okay? Chill. But yeah, for a Quentin Tarantino style of movie, this is as good as it gets. For me, one of my favorites. Pulp Fiction's still #1, but Kill Bill is a goddamn close second. I love this movie. Quentin Tarantino, thank you so much for bringing this piece of art to life and having this here, because I'm gonna watch this movie so many more times. Oh, and quick side note, this has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. Uma Thurman is hot. I don't give a f what anybody says, bro. She's my type. Skinny, white, blonde girl, and she's a badass in the movie. Uma Thurman, you got a special place in my heart. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about Kill Bill down in the comment section below. Did you see it? As always, comment what you want to see for future videos, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.